Okay, so the white wire from the top pickup is hot wired directly to the switch. It should be to the volume pod. This is what we talked about in the last episode, about how this whole wiring was messed up and now I possibly had to redo all of it. Why is this so bad? Why is this so bad? You see, this is why this is only worth $400 and not $1,000. Once again, we are back with the not so steady cam. I do have a bit of a cold. It is what it is. One thing that I noticed last time was the wiring underneath. If you guys remember, I was saying that this didn't look right. The pots are supposed to be connected. Well, I'm following these wires again just to see. So this wire is the one I need to desolder. If I desolder that, there's a chance that this wire is going to come off. And I thought, well, what does that wire connect to? Well, it's for the tone. Or no, I would be right. Those should be connected, shouldn't they? I got a TBX expander, a treble bass expander. And remember we were talking about how this bass might actually be somewhat good quality for the price or whatever. So just for reference, I have another pot that's that size. We're gonna do one more like comparison side by side here. Just because I guarantee some people wouldn't believe the difference. Are you kidding me? So you can tell where the budget is in these guitars. That's the difference between like a dime and a quarter, okay? And if you're Canadian, you'll know that's a drastic difference, okay? Got some wiring diagrams for this. We're gonna set this up. Okay, so this is the paper that came with it. It's for a Telecaster and a Stratocaster, and unfortunately that doesn't really tell you much. So I took it upon myself, and I downloaded me a diagram on how to do it. I just gotta follow this. That looks simple enough. And then, after doing some super extensive searching, I found the actual wiring diagram for the Duff Precision Bass. That's what they call it. I was trying to find the Jazz Bass Special, but no, apparently it's the Duff Signature Precision Bass. So that's how that's supposed to be, and if you guys know anything about schematics, that is nothing like what's happening down here. More specifically, we don't have to, right here, bunch up all those wires together because that bridge pickup didn't come with 4 wires, it only came with 2 standard wires. So we have a ground and a volume. So I don't need to worry too much about all that, I just gotta wire it up correctly. I gotta desolder that one green tone to turn it into a volume. So we got a lot of work cut out for us today. The first thing I'm gonna do is set this guy up, and we're gonna see if I can do this. And I need my soldering gun. So while we hate to wait, but we have to wait for the soldering iron to heat up. So I'm taking a quick look at this, and as it shows, you have to go from the top middle to the bottom right, okay, with this guy, with this resistor. You need to make a jumper. Now, I could always take a little wire and wire it together and then just solder the capacitor from there to the top of the pot, or I could just use the capacitor's long tail and use that as the jumper. So I can just feed this through and then bring it up to you and just solder the two together like that. So now we're jumped. Now I can just bring this around and up all with one piece, and I think that is what I am going to do. There we go. Okay. And that's not touching nothing else. Perfect. So I just gotta hold that just like that and solder that into place. This is gonna help me out so much. My Apple box with the little hole in it that I can put the pot on there. Ha! Look at that! See? A piece of wood or an old box that you don't use or that you have no use for, it will be perfect for that, right? Okay, so that first bit's done. Now I just gotta hold that down and solder you on. I might have to come back to that. We'll just, for now, that's step one. Okay, what's step two? We take this capacitor and we put it on the rightmost lug. So it's gonna go like that on there. So I'm gonna cut that. Not too much. from that lug to the top. That means I gotta get this lug primed up. So, top, middle, bottom corner to the top. And I got this one from the right to the top. That's it. So apparently this thing is done. That's it. It was just kind of tedious to do. Now, we have to move down to the body. Once again, taking one good look at this versus what it should be. So that's going to become the TBX. That's going to become a volume, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing with those yet. Okay, so the first order of business is going to be getting this guy out. Alright, we got the first one out. And we got this guy out. So, if I want to turn you into a regular volume, I'm just taking away that one tone capacitor. So, let's go ahead and remove that. Oh, where's my desoldering gun? Okay, and right away, this whole thing needs to just come right off. Yep. Now, the question everybody's asking, will this fit? Are we in the movie? I gotta keep coming back here to check. There we go. Will this fit? I don't know. Why is the focus and exposure locked? Why can't I make a goddamn good video? So the question everybody's wondering, will it fit? I gotta drill that hole a tiny bit bigger, actually. No, it will not fit. One drill job later, and it fits. We got our pot in. Okay, everything's set up on it. Now, what I need to figure out is what else goes where. So we got a volume, a three-way switch, and a master tone. Why is the output jack hardwired to one volume? Let me see here what this is showing me. Well, I'm better off just starting over, huh? Okay, so the white wire from the top pickup is hot wired directly to the switch. It should be to the volume pod. This is what we talked about in the last episode, about how this whole wiring was messed up and now I possibly had to redo all of it. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This pickup wire is hot wired directly to the switch. We can't have that. So we gotta desolder you and pull that wire. Okay, and the black wire is grounded. Now this volume is universally also connected. I feel like this economy switch is why this wiring is like this, but I'll figure this out, don't worry. There we go, pulled that wire, and let's pull this wire. Spread these wires open, spread them like legs. Alright, well, this is gonna take a little longer than I thought. You know it was a good pull when you knock over your whole camera. There's our pickup. So hold on to those. Tie them off and keep them off to the side. There's one pickup. That's right, this is the pickup from the Seymour. I need to unwire you. Okay, and what were you connected to? Oh yeah, you were connected to the tone. Okay, there's a jumper cable. Wow, this bass better end up playing real nice, because was I better off just buying one? Okay, volume pot, free. Are you at least 500K? Yeah, you're 500K. At least you're the standard. Okay, well, I mean, at least I know I got backups if I need backups. Okay, so that lug is soldered off to itself. So technically that first bit is done. On there, you should ground that to itself, okay? So that guy there is grounded to itself. That's okay. I got 2 more lugs to work with, and I got 2 more lugs to work with. Okay. So that's all we're doing, is just we're copying everything on here onto here. There we go. The big ugly blob just became uglier and bigger. white wire from the left goes to the switch. Now, that switch has 2 lugs on one side, 1 lug on the other, but the 2 lugs seem to be connected together. Oh, okay. So that goes to one side, and that one goes to the other, and I don't know what this red one was for. I think this was a common. Was that a common? What the hell am I doing? Why is this so bad? Why is this so bad? You see, this is why this is only worth $400 and not $1,000. Because they have the cheapest parts, and I gotta now figure out which one's the common, because there's an additional lug on there. Hang on, I need to look this up. I'm starting to huff and puff. Okay, there's the top one. Or sorry, there's the front pickup, there's the back pickup. And they got wired in. I broke my brain tenfold trying to figure out this economy switch. Turns out, and I don't even know if this is correct, so you guys are gonna have to walk me through this or correct me in the comments or something. Jazz pickup to the volume pot. I need to take this wire now and bring it from that third lug over to this side of the switch. This first guy is wired in. Pickups are in. Okay? I have this switch on the third lug that comes up and onto. You have one wire that's connected to one side of the switch. You have the common, which goes to the tone. The 2 middle are common. Output jack and tone. That's going to affect it universally. And then we got one more wire here, which goes to that one. And then we're done. We put it back in and then we test it. So stand by while I put that last wire in. So this final wire, and that just goes, like I said, from that lug to there. And then I put it all in and then we're done. So, my hands are getting cold. I've been out in my garage for about 2 hours now. This was supposed to be an hour. Okay, what am I doing? I need to put solder onto there. Okay, that's on. And this guy connects to you. Oops. Well, that was fucking horrible. There we go. No, that was also fucking horrible. Well, something tells me this is too good to be true. So, let's go ahead and plop this back in. And, well, shit, let's see if it works. Let's plug it in and see if it even makes a noise. There we go. The tone should be full. Really? Okay, so there we go. See? See? Okay, so we got the precision, we don't have the jazz. So there's something going on underneath. This is why we check what we check. Okay, let's see. If I just take this white one and just hook you on just for a minute, just to see if it wants to work. All right, let me see. It's gonna make a noise or not. Specifically the jazz. Well, I got a nice kill switch. Why? Okay. So we know that it works. There's just something going on now. Let me take one more. Hang on. Oh, come on. How hard is it to get a solder connection? Well, take two 2 times the charm. Prime up your tip and spread the joy. The joy being the solder. Prime up your tip and spread the solder. Okay, well apparently that did it. Big ugly blob likes to share. Okay. Next. Grab that and attach that to that. Okay, let me get one more primed blob here. Blob. And then I take that blob and I blob it on. Surprisingly enough, I think that did that. Now there's only one way to find out. Here we go again. We fixed it. Not too sure if that TBX is working. I'll have to try it through something that's not a $15 amplifier. Hopefully, I never have to work on this guitar ever again. And I can just play it and enjoy it for what it is. And I can enjoy it a little bit more just knowing that I had my share, or had my hand in making this thing play the way it plays. Now, if this thing ends up playing like absolute ass when I'm done with this, I'll be pretty upset with myself, honestly. I really think that TBX was too good to be true. Let's find out anyway. Economy pots means economy knobs, which means my black knob didn't fit on the TBX. So how a TBX works, because I didn't really explain it before, from 1 to 5 is regular tone. That 1 to 5 simulates a full tone sweep, okay? Everything from 5 to 10 is adding in treble frequencies. That's it. So you got your tone, and then you got extra treble. Let's see what happens. A new day, a new battery. Had to charge the camera. So here we are, both pickups on, volume full, no tone. Full tone, or in this case, the TBX is turned up halfway. And this is with the TBX all the way on. It works. Take it easy.